Imagine waking up one day and realizing someone had recorded your entire life for 2 years and made you the punchline. And not secretly for their phone or a private folder. Nope, for YouTube, for the world. And you had no idea. I'm about to tell you how my neighbor turned my actual life into his content farm. How I only found out because one of the videos went viral. And how the situation exploded into something I never expected. Trust me, this is one long story. And just when you think you've heard the craziest part, it gets worse. So if you think you've ever had a bad neighbor, buckle up. My name is Andrew. I'm 24, and until recently, I thought I lived a normal life. Quiet building, regular job, boring routines. I wasn't trying to become famous. If anything, I was trying to stay as invisible as the last slice of pizza in a shared fridge. But apparently, someone else didn't agree. So, let me rewind. 2.5 years ago, I moved into this average apartment building. Nothing special. Just a hallway that always looked like someone was moving out. Mysterious stains on the elevator floor nobody wanted to talk about. And neighbors who didn't exactly say hi unless you looked them directly in the face. You know the vibe. Across the hall lived this guy, let's call him Tyler. If Apple ever made a human version of a ring light, that would be him. He always had some tech in his hands, always filming something, always talking to a camera. I figured he was just another wannabe YouTuber filming what I eat in a day videos that only got 14 views. I didn't care. I minded my business. Turns out, I should have cared. Because he wasn't filming himself, he was filming me. Now, I know how that sounds. How did you not notice someone recording you for that long? Great question. But imagine this. The guy lived directly across the hall. He'd open the door just an inch, pretend to look for his Amazon package, and film whatever dumb thing I was doing. And trust me, I was doing plenty of dumb things. Like the time I tripped on absolutely nothing while carrying groceries and exploded a bag of potatoes across the hallway like I was reenacting Saving Private Ryan Farmer Edition. Or the time I locked myself out while taking out trash, wearing nothing but pajama shorts that should be legally classified as denim underwear. Yeah. Apparently that one did great numbers online, but I didn't know any of this not yet. So time passes. I'm just living my life, completely unaware. I'm starring in a series called The Neighbor Diaries. A whole show. A series. I wasn't even getting royalties. Unbelievable. The discovery happened completely by accident. I was scrolling through YouTube one night while eating leftover pizza that tasted like regret and cardboard, and I see a video recommended to me with a thumbnail that looked way too familiar. It was my hallway, with me in it. And the title? I Think My Neighbor is an Alien. I clicked faster than a kid hiding browser history. There I was, on YouTube. 120,000 views. Hundreds of comments analyzing my life, like they were talking about a mysterious new creature on Animal Planet. People saying things like, he walks like a man who hasn't slept in 12 years. I mean, they weren't wrong, but still. At first, I was frozen. I didn't know whether to scream, laugh, cry, call the police, or hire a lawyer who wears sunglasses indoors. I just sat there watching my own life like I was reacting to someone else's embarrassing reality show. I would have brushed it off as a one-time thing, but then the algorithm did its thing. Suddenly, every suggested video was me. Neighbor tries and fails to flirt with the girl next door. Not true. Okay, maybe mostly true, but still. Caught my neighbor acting weird again. My real-life sitcom neighbor. There were dozens, all from the same guy. And in the corner of each thumbnail, Tyler's watermark. I had been content. I was the content. The channel had over 400,000 subscribers. Now, usually I'm a pretty patient person. When the grocery store cashier thinks my zucchini is a cucumber, I just let it go. But this made my ears ring. I spent the entire night going through videos, one after another, finding moments I didn't even remember happening. I realized Tyler wasn't just waiting for random moments, he was actively staging them. Leaving strange objects in the hallway, triggering fire alarms, dropping things outside my door. That time when a vacuum cleaner just mysteriously appeared in front of my mat. Not some random quirk of the universe. He put it there, filmed me looking confused, and uploaded it with the title, My neighbor discovered advanced technology. The comments were relentless. Some were funny, sure, like, this man has the spirit of a confused golden retriever. Okay, fine, I laughed. But some started getting personal, making up stories about me, diagnosing me like they were armchair psychologists with free Wi-Fi. And the views kept coming. I knew I had to confront him. So the next morning, fueled by anger, caffeine, and what might have been an actual emotional breakdown, I marched across the hall and knocked. He opened the door holding a mic. Not a phone, not a camera, a mic. He looked at me like he expected I was gonna sing karaoke. I said, "Dude, we need to talk." And I'll never forget the look on his face, this mix of fake confusion and, oh crap, the main character found out he's in the story. He tried to act innocent. "Oh, you saw the videos?" "Yeah, dude, you've been great for the channel." Great for the channel. Like I was some side character in a sitcom he got to write. I told him straight, "You filmed me without my knowledge, without my permission, and posted everything online. This is illegal." He shrugged and said, "Not if I blur your face." Spoiler, he did not blur my face. According to Tyler, because the hallway was a shared public space, it was fair game. I told him I didn't care if the hallway was registered as the property of the United Nations. He was taking my life and turning it into a circus. He said, "And I will never forget this. You should be thanking me. People love you." That was the moment I almost turned him into a one-episode true crime documentary. I told him to delete everything or I would get building management and a lawyer involved. He laughed, walked back inside, and shut the door. Game on. Now, I never wanted to be that dude calling property management, but this situation went past the line, through the neighbor's yard, across state lines, and straight into nonsense territory. I gathered screenshots, links, timestamps, everything I could, and brought it to management. They were horrified. Apparently, Tyler was already on thin ice for creative behavior in the laundry room. I didn't ask what that meant. I don't think I want to know. A formal complaint was filed. Management gave Tyler a written warning, told him he had 48 hours to take the videos down, and threatened eviction if he continued. I thought it was over. I was wrong. 2 days later, I wake up to knocks on my door, not Tyler, but 3 strangers holding cameras like paparazzi outside Beyoncé's limo. One of them asked, "Are you the guy from Neighbor Diaries?" I slammed the door so fast I almost removed part of the frame. Turns out, Tyler made one last video before being forced to delete everything. A goodbye video, a dramatic farewell to the series. And in it, he said, "It's not over. I'm going to fight back. Brother, you filmed potatoes exploding in a hallway. This is not Game of Thrones." And yet, his viewers showed up. People dug up old mirrors of the videos. Fan accounts reposted clips. The entire thing was spreading faster than questionable rumors in a high school hallway. Now I wasn't just dealing with Tyler. I was dealing with his audience, which meant I had a choice: hide and hope it ends, or control the narrative. I made the scariest decision of my life. I told the story myself. I turned on a camera, something I never thought I'd do, and laid everything out. My side, the truth. How it felt to have your life filmed without knowing. How weird it is when strangers online think they know you. How privacy is fragile. I uploaded it, thinking maybe 10 people would watch. Instead, it exploded. People were furious on my behalf. Other creators stitched it. Lawyers reacted. Real estate experts weighed in. Even a therapist made a video explaining why what Tyler did was emotionally damaging. Hundreds of thousands of people suddenly saw me not as the joke, but as a person. YouTube actually took down Tyler's original channel permanently after multiple reports, including privacy violations. Within a month, Tyler moved out. That was the last time I ever saw him. But I learned something huge through all of this. If you don't tell your own story, someone else will, and they might not tell it right. Now, I'm not saying everyone with a phone is out to exploit you, but we live in a world where your most embarrassing moment can end up online before you even stand back up. And that's why I'm telling this now. Not for drama, not for revenge, but because I spent 2 years being the funny neighbor, and I didn't even get to decide whether I wanted to be in the show. Imagine being laughed at by people you've never met, for things you didn't even know happened on camera. Imagine waking up one morning and realizing that 400,000 strangers think they know you based on moments you didn't choose. It does something to your head, trust me. But here's the twist. I'm grateful, not for the invasion, not for the embarrassment, but for the fact that I learned to speak up. I learned that sometimes you have to stop being the background character in someone else's story. You have to grab the mic and start talking. So that's what I did. And somehow, you're here watching this. Funny how life works.